Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the Eton FRX2. This is an AM FM weather band portable emergency radio. You can get these on Amazon for $12.25. I thought I'd pick it up and take a look at it. Here's the box, FRX2. Now I own the older model, which I'll show you in a little bit. This looks like the American Red Cross version. It's got the colors, Eton. Got some bullet points there on the side. Just kind of go through there. We'll cover everything. Anything on that side. We got some dimensions, which I'll go over. Okay, there you go. Includes on the back of the box. Got features. There you go. Just kind of look down the line. And some pictures of the radio. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up and see what we get for 25 bucks. A lot of emergency radios out there, so there's a lot of competition. We'll see what this one has to offer. Okay, box. Oh. We have the manual. I think the box is empty. There we go. Off to the side. Okay, so let's go ahead and just show what we get in the box. First thing we get is a charging cable. This is a mini USB variety, so a little older style. Okay, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. Here we are. Get the manual. Look at it real quick. FRX2. Yeah, it's a cool looking radio. I do like it. It's interesting build, so we'll definitely go over it. Let's see if I can get this up on the camera. Here we go. Power source is charging the battery pack. I'm just gonna kind of do this for posterity, so all you guys who own this radio, if you lose your manual, you'll have it here. See if I can. Yes, darn, I can only get so much on camera. There we go. Tuning in radio stations. We'll talk about that. Just some cool little hidden features they don't mention in the pamphlet here, which is neat. Setting the alarm. It has an alarm feature, which I think is great on emergency radio. I think most emergency radios should have an alarm. If you think about it, power's out. Might be power out for 12 hours or 24 hours, and you don't have a backup on your alarm clock, and this would make a great alarm clock versus using your phone and using the power on your phone if you're not sure when the power will be back on. There you go. Warnings. I think that is it on this here. Let's see. We got, okay, warranty stuff. Guessing 90 days. It's typical. There we are. Registration. Okay. So that's that. Let's get to the radio. It's a little blister pack here. Just going to pop this out. Make a lot of noise. Here we are. Okay, so there's the radio. Let's go ahead and go over dimensions real quick, and then we'll do some size comparisons. So this radio, if we turn it like this, it is, bring it down closer, is 5¼ inches in, I guess you'd call that height or length. And this is 2.5 inches wide by 2.5 inches in depth. And that includes the back of the dynamo and the front of the tuning knob. Give you an idea. Now for size comparison, go ahead and bring this up. We have CC pocket. I always like to have handy. There we are. You think about the Eton 2, it has a built-in clock. You can see it there. Might be a little off. I think the pocket is correct. 10:14 should be the current time. Didn't check that. All right, so there you go. CC pocket. CC pocket's a weather radio too. Weather alert. It's just not doesn't have a dynamo. It doesn't have a solar crank. But it does have a weather band. It does have weather alert mode, which I think is awesome. We pay a lot more for that one. Let's see what else we have. CC Skywave in the house. Always nice to have. Cool. We don't have to use it for a frequency checker because this radio is digital. There we are. Okay. And last but not least, we have Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves emergency radios from China land. He's Iron Man. There's your Red Cross thing. Okay, cool. So there it is. Now, about features, this is an upgrade. This I almost said something I shouldn't have said on camera. FRX2. If you look over here, bring it into camera here. I have a yellow one. I haven't reviewed this one yet. I just waited, This is okay. This is like a DSP with an analog scale. You can see the differences. They really upgraded to this radio. Did a lot of things. Number one is they went to digital display, digital tuning, This is a DSP, so technically digital tuning. Everything else is identical except for the battery. Now the battery in the bottom on this radio is a nickel metal hydride pack. On this radio, it's a lithium ion battery. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how they did that. This one's not a red cross version, and that one is. I got that because it's yellow. Let's see the lights. I thought the light was a little bit better on the old one. Yeah, it is. I think I like this light a little bit better. Seems a little bit more intense. This is more of a broader beam on the new one. Just thought I'd check that out. But very cool. You can pick these up used on eBay, or mine was like new in the box for like, I think it's 10, 15 bucks if you're curious. It's an okay tuner. This is the better radio as far as tuning goes. Alrighty, so let's talk about features on this radio here. So here you saw we have a 3 LED flashlight mode. It's really just very basic. You're using this to find your better flashlight. You know, you're looking around, where's my good flashlight? That's what you're going to use that for. Trust me. You don't want to use that all the time. It does have a glow in the dark ring around it. So if you use this, so if I can show you on camera, there you go. It kind of illuminates so you can find your radio in the dark, if that means anything to you. All right, so going to the, let's see, front of the radio, I guess. Look at the dial. So get this in the camera really close, up close and personal. There's our display. You'll notice the battery there. It's charging because the solar panel is picking up light source from my table. It's showing the clock, 10:21 p.m. It's a 12-hour clock. Down here we have a AM FM weather band cell selector. This is that red ring. Use that to go between different bands. As you notice, it's a nice amber backlit LCD. Okay, and we'll talk about some of these features here. This knob here is your tuning knob. It has a cool feature. You can press in to select items. So like if I press down now, it's going to go into clock setting mode, and I can turn the knob back and forth here and go to alarm setting mode. If I want to set those, I go ahead and push it again to access that and set it. I'm not going to set it. I'll just let it go back to normal by waiting. So there's that. That's pretty neat. Here's our volume on-off knob. Here our speaker sits back down. Our speaker is pretty small and pretty teeny. I mean, it's an emergency radio. Don't expect much on the external speaker, though the headphone jack rocks. This is a 1/2 inch speaker. Solar panel on top. Yeah, there you go. A little basic panel. Now, the cool thing I like about this radio with the solar panel, most of the time these aren't very efficient. And that's okay on this radio because the fact that I like the idea that this could be put in the window and solar charged. It keeps the clock running. That's important, especially if you have an alarm mode and you're not really using the radio much and you're using it mainly for a clock alarm. You know, if you don't have a watch, this can be your main clock. If the power goes up, that's nice to maintain the battery. There's the power switch for the light. I mean, it's just a simple on-off deal. You can lock it on, turn it off. Okay, pretty basic. Here's your antenna. It comes out, and I think does a swivel. I can't remember if it swivels. I don't want to crank it too much. Yeah, it does. So this little guy is 10 inches long. Surprisingly good on FM and weather band reception. We'll talk about that in a moment. On the back of the radio, we have the Dynamo. This Dynamo handle sits in really tight. There we go. It's not going to go anywhere, as you can see. It's rubbing in there. So when you turn this, of course, that will flash. Saying we're doing something. There's no LED. It's just, I can't spin it fast enough, but this will work well. It's always better to use a Dynamo than the solar panel. Solar panel is passive and it'll take a long time. The Dynamo, when you spin this, okay, they say about 5 minutes turning this, probably 3 rotations a second. You'll get 10 minutes of radio time. It's not super efficient, but for light, it gives you 2 hours of runtime. That's not bad. If you need some backup light, that Dynamo will work. And I guess for radio, if you're in a pinch and you let this run dead by accident. So what else we got here? We got that. We got the back. I think there was a spot. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all our controls here. So we pull this little rubber cap. This is like water resistant, not waterproof. We have a USB out for cell phones. To be honest with you, don't use this to charge a cell phone. Maybe a low power light source. Here we have USB in to charge the internal lithium battery, which we'll talk about. There's our headphone jack. This headphone jack is great. If you can use headphones with this radio, it'll last a lot longer on the battery. Good lows, very good lows on FM. I was really surprised. Strong mids also. A good listening experience with no low-level hiss. So really nice on headphones, and on the AM band, had a nice low tone. So overall experience, very good on the headphones. Very, very shocked by that, by the way. Typically, emergency radios, they don't do much with that, but this one was. Oh, and by the way, it's FM mono both ears, and they state that in the manual. There's no FM stereo, just letting you know. But you really don't need it. It sounds good enough. So let's see, the bottom. Yeah, so in the bottom, I'm not going to show you because it's kind of hard to pop this off and put it back on. But this little door, you open this up, there's a lithium battery in here. And the lithium battery is rated at 1,000 milliamp hour, which is pretty impressive for a little flat pack. It has a little connector, so it is replaceable, and it's marked 10303, 3.7 volts. So, and it's dated July 13th, 2019, to give you an idea. This video is being filmed in August of 2020, and then there's a serial number. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about FM reception report, and we'll do a little audio demo. So FM reception report, I sit upstairs, usually around 2, 3 in the afternoon, antenna up, and I start searching the FM band, and I log how many stations I can find, and it's a performance ratio. So we start with fair as 1 star. We have okay, good, very good, excellent, so up to 5 stars. And most average radios, like say this guy, old school analog radios, get about 48 stations found, about the okay to good category. That's actually a good score to get right in the middle, because yeah, most radios analog, they do a decent job. But this radio, being digital, has an edge. I had found quite a few stations, 76. Yes, I was really impressed. I didn't expect it to find it that much with a little 10-inch antenna, but it did. Now, yeah, I had to move it around quite a bit, but I was able to pull in some distant stations. So it gets a good to very good rating, 3.5 stars. FM selectivity was good also, being able to pull in those nice faint stations next to stronger stations. Very impressive. There might have been 1 or 2 stations that blocked adjacent frequencies, but otherwise it rocks. So FM, it's a great FM radio, loving it. So let's go ahead. We're going to do a little audio check here. And so what I'm going to do is I'd like to bring in, this is my C-Crane FM transmitter 2, and I have it hooked up to an MP3 player so I can broadcast royalty-free music to the radio. Now, I've been using the same microphone and same camera for the last 2.5 years since I've started the channel. And if you look at all my videos and listen to the speaker, you're using the same headphones. You can go to different videos. You'll hear a difference. And use that as a gauge if you think, is it good or not good. Expect this to be tinny, though. So let's go ahead and just run it for about a minute, and then we'll start cruising the band and show you how this radio tunes. So we'll turn this on. I think I'm on FM. Okay, I'm on a music station. So what we're going to do here, the cool thing is I'm just going to bring this up real close. I need to get to 92.9 megahertz. This has a turn like this. Okay, there are no presets, just so you know. So this would take a while to get down the band. Now you can also, if you tune down and then you press and hold and let go, it's going to seek down to the strongest station. And I think it's going to find Radio Todderbert. Oh, didn't find it. Notice the signal strength indicator too. The band we're on. Frequency. Nice. Okay, that found a local station. Let's go ahead and go down a little further. It should pick up Radio Todderbert. This is a nice way to get through the band. I'll show you another little trick too in a little bit on how to cruise the band real fast. Darn it. Tune it manually to, there we go. Now we got full signal. Go ahead and turn it up. We'll demo for about a minute and a half. There you go, you get a basic idea. Normally you don't have to turn it all the way up like that, but this one I had to. Notice the classical music sounds really good, especially on tinny speakers. That's normal with most radios. Let's go ahead and turn this off. And yeah, so let's go talk about how this tunes. So right now we're on the FM band. Like I said, it's amazing on FM. I like to scroll through the band a little bit. Let's just go to the lower part of the band. Usually there's talk. We'll extend our little 10-inch antenna. And let's see, we'll go ahead and tune this. Turn it up. Let's see, tune this way. Let it seek. Oops, let it seek, gotta hold it.
Top click and drive program. You can purchase a new Buick or GMC. All the tools you need to start the
Chicago.
Go to curiouscity.wbez.org to submit your question. I'm Dan Mihalopoulos. As an investigative reporter, I cover the pulse of Illinois politics. Even if your car barely has a pulse, you can still turn it into news coverage.
Human induction, always a good thing.
.org/car.
Small radio.
I'm Gareth Mitchell with technology this half hour here on the BBC World Service. Today, the algorithm that ruined young people's lives until the UK government withdrew it.
The BBC. When I read this article, I felt...
Years back, Sports Illustrated published a story regarding...
I'm actually helping the signal by being my body's near it. Now, yeah, it does a great job on the FM band, as you can tell. Now, the cool thing is, it says a hidden feature. A lot of you guys who own Eton products, like the Eton Mini or the Elite Field, you'll know that there's a quick tune feature. And this has quick tune. Yes, it does. Quick tune. Let's show you quick tune. I'm going to go ahead and just put this back down. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that up because we're going to go weather band. But let's show you a quick tune. I'm going to bring this up real close and personal. So quick tune, what you do is you, let's see, I think you just, see, I'm trying to remember this. Click. There you go. Yeah, so you just click it. And what it does is it jumps. See it making the big jumps? So you can get through the band really fast if you want to get up, say, to one of your music stations.
He went back to work. That's just who he is.
Former Senator and Secretary of State John Kerry.
And you can get back to your talk on the bottom of the band. See it making the jumps? It's really noticeable on the AM band. So let's go ahead and go to the weather band, show you that. So to get to the different bands, you do this little red ring, move it to weather band. Now it has cell, like I told you, it has for the USB output. Again, I wouldn't recommend charging a cell phone, but if you had to in a pinch, it would drain this battery, and it said you could use the Dynamo too, but it would take forever, I think, especially with modern cell phones. You're better to have a power bank along with this emergency backup power. Let's go ahead and just show you this.
And do not venture out onto piers, jetties, break walls, or other shoreline structures. Please check with your local authorities.
Now this radio doesn't have alert, but you know, if you're looking outside and the storm's approaching, just grab your weather radio, go downstairs and turn it on. That's what I used to do anyway. Until I got a desktop, you know, like a Midland, those 120s. I have that running all the time, and a WR300. Great things to have.
Illinois. This station will also broadcast severe weather events for McHenry, Lake, Cook, Boone, and Kane counties in Illinois, as well as Walworth and Kenosha. Slant, Chicago.
Now I'm downstairs in the basement, so hearing this is good. When I was upstairs, I tested the weather band reception. I got 4 stations. So definitely very good, 4 out of 7. And typically the best I've ever gotten is 6 out of 7. So just letting you know that 4 out of 7 is really impressive for a radio like this. And all distinguishable. It wasn't just one station across the channels. It was definitely digitally, controlled. Okay, so let's go to the AM band. Yeah, this is a fun part. We'll collapse this and we'll show you the AM band. During the day, the AM band, or medium wave, was good on locals, nice and strong on locals, and decent on strong semi-locals, but forget faint stations. After that, it was difficult tuning those in. During the evening, though, I have found that this radio can reach out about 500 miles. Let's see if it goes out further than that. So we're going to change it to the AM band. This little ring here. Click it on down. There we go. You can still see our signal strength indicator, battery charging, and of course amber backlight, which I find very convenient. Let's go ahead and turn this up.
At all early voting locations. I'm hoping that we can get more of the boxes for drive up because
So this is WBBM Chicago. I'm going to go ahead and I want to go down fast. So to get down fast, you could spin this, or you could, that was Zoomer Radio by the way. Nice. Okay, so we're going to do, Zoomer Radio is 460 miles away. So I'm going to show you this here. We're going to go ahead and go down by doing that quick tune. Okay, it goes one direction. So let's go up the band and go to the bottom of the band. There we go. So I like that quick tune. That's amazing. You got to see a demo of it. Yeah. All right, I think the antenna runs this way. So you want to orientate the bar antenna to that direction of where the station would be. So our first station, 530. Now notice also, this has a slow acting gain circuit. So if you let it sit, especially on a daytime signal, you'll notice it improve with a minute or so. But this is just picking up CHLO in Brampton, Ontario, which is a really low power station. Let me get my cheat sheets out here. Like having these handy. On 530, it's CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts. We're just picking that up. Great little radio. Now, this is interesting. That little ticking you're hearing is coming from the camera. First time I've heard that. It's syncing with this second elapsed on my camera. This is 540. Let's go, keep going, see what we can find.
As well as cultural changes. There are a host of people, black, white, or brown, who experience struggles, who experience setbacks. All Americans ought to be free to express
560 WIND Chicago.
told as the radical left said.
So if you got the time, you could sit here and kind of somewhat DX with your radio if you have to. WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Current time, 10:34 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're near Chicago, Illinois. As you can tell, just wait. The gain does pick up. CFCO 630, Chatham, Ontario. 310 miles, 6,000 watts, country music. You got Hispanic music on 640, WMFN, Peatone, Illinois.
All lives should be honored and remembered in a way that best represents them, who they were, and what made them special. For over a decade, I've been honored to speak on behalf of
A little bit of whistling, I noticed, unless the station's coming in super strong. Sometimes it goes away, especially during the day.
This is where Nashville comes to remember. Stop by their offices inside the funeral home.
650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee. 434 miles.
Cardinals have had 9, so that's 30 batters in the game.
670 The Score, WSCR, Chicago.
Walked away with their head down, or they took first base. That's pretty amazing. The 1-1, Rizzo hits a pop-up down the right field line, twisting toward foul territory. That ball is going to drop foul and out of play.
Hear it trying to ramp up. This is WLW 700, Cincinnati, Ohio. 300 miles.
will float the puck down the left side boards, and in behind the Hawk net where Duncan Keith claims it.
WGN on 720, Chicago.
Batson on the right wing intended for Kajula at the Vegas.
The hit British detective series, New Tricks.
Any motive for murder?
According to the original inquiry, I've solved this already. He died of boredom.
3 eccentric Zoomer-age police officers are drafted out of retirement.
Coming in nice and strong here. CFCM. Love it. 740 Toronto, Ontario. 460 miles.
100% British. New Tricks. Okay. You always want to go to a credit union. Okay. Are you a member?
WSB, Atlanta, Georgia.
I am, yes. Our house loan is through a mortgage.
This is 630 miles.
Go to the credit union.
Donald Trump is the wrong president for our country. He has had more than enough time to prove that he can do the job, but he is clearly
760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan.
He cannot meet this moment.
Double what they initially expected. And I think that's because Starlink is I'm actually about to be for one in on it. They see this as a really big money maker because it's very possible.
So 770 WABC, New York, New York. 750 miles. Nice. So it's got good selectivity. It's just sensitivity is a little rough. But it's an emergency radio. Use it for your locals. This is just icing on the cake. 780. 790. Wow. Another Canadian station. 800 CKLW, Windsor, Ontario. 270 miles. Go a little quicker here. WHAS. Louisville, Kentucky. 300 miles. Just picking up New Orleans, Louisiana. All right, let's go to some strong stations. Here's Wcbs, 880. WLS, Chicago. We're almost done. Just wanted to kind of show you the AM does work really well.
Got any ideas? A few? That's why are you so anxious to find Gloria Lane? She promised to marry.
Old time radio on CHML, 900 Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles. Awesome. It powers out. I can still listen to this if they're broadcasting. Yeah, so you get the idea. We can just quick tune on up.
With Plumbers 911 Chicago, your plumbing connection.
Folks, when shopping
ESPN 1000, Chicago, WMVP. So you get the idea. I think it'll work towards the top of the band. Let's go to the top, and then we'll do final thoughts. Here around 1700 KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, and that I believe is a million miles away, 280. So there you go, you got an idea. All right, the Eton FRX2. Say that 5 times fast. Is it worth $25? I think it is. There's a lot of these out there. A lot of different emergency radios. One thing I wish it had was, like say, some AAA optional use. Relying on just that one battery pack can be an issue. But if it's a backup radio and you have another radio, this is all right. But this is your only radio, you might want to try to find an emergency radio that has a backup battery compartment that runs on regular batteries along with the rechargeable. That is a good thing. That's what I recommend. But for $25, this isn't bad. I mean, its design's nice. It's good looking radio. If you're into looks, some people are. It's important to them. Red Cross. I don't know if money goes to the Red Cross if you buy this. It just said registered. I think on the box it said registered trademark. Blah blah blah. Officially licensed product. Something like that. So yeah, you get the idea. But I think it's pretty cool having the clock and the alarm. The alarm's pretty loud, by the way. So definitely it's worthy. I mean, I think for $25, it's kind of borderline. If you like the style and you like the way it tunes, you like a nice FM radio and you like using headphones, definitely surprise there. Otherwise, there's a few other choices I could recommend, spending a little extra money, like the Sangen MMR 88. I really like that radio. It's a great tuner. Has a little bit bigger battery and is replaceable, a lot easier. Just pop it out and you can pop a new one in. That's important. So just different radios you can try out. But this Eton definitely gets a recommended buy if you like it. If you like the looks and you like how it performed. Definitely is worth $25 to me. So there you go. Let's see. So if you like Eton radios and their products and you want to see more reviews and band scans, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos. And of course, comment below what you think about this particular model, the FRX2 versus the older one, if you guys have the older one. I'll be honest with you, this is a way superior radio to this one. I just wish I could maybe put this radio inside here, but I don't know if I can. I like the yellow. Wish this came in yellow. Yellow's awesome. You guys know that. Makes the radio faster, tune better. Alrighty, there you go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.